What's up guys, welcome back to another drawing tutorial. So Spiegel from Cowboy Bebop, Patreon request from Declan Brown, another one. So yeah, let's just get right into it. Landscape orientation page, use a pencil, hit pause if I go too fast. So he's got a gun, so he's holding a gun, and mechanical objects can be tricky to draw because they're very precise, and if you get it like wonky it looks weird. He's got headphones around his neck, so take your time. Not easy. Center point of my page is about here. So we go up and over, right? And we're going to start with the top of his eyelid, just up here. So it's a long, sort of skinny type of anime eye. So it's like up and across. Real flat. Straight, and then it comes down the back and then kind of kicks in this way. Okay, real flat sort of eye, and the bottom eyelid just sort of curves up underneath, just there. Doesn't connect with the other side at all. And then the iris, a kind of a half circle just there. And then his pupil. Like so. So his eyebrow then is right close to his eye, right? So it like ticks up here. This way. And it'll go up, and it kind of goes underneath his hair. Okay? Kind of disappears up under here. But we'll draw it in anyway. Then we go back down the other side. And it kind of gets a bit thicker as we go down. Down to there. And there might be another sort of line there. Maybe another line here. And I think his eyes have a shine just in here, a highlight. You could add if you wanted. So I think we're standard human proportions, so it looks like you can fit like a whole eye in between his two eyes. So like this will go all the way in here. So you fit another eye inside. And then his other eye will start like here, up, across, same sort of thing. Down the back. Like so, and you can kind of thicken them up a little bit if you wanted. Across underneath, and then his iris, half circle, like tiny skinny eyes just here, and then his pupil, like that, and he could have a highlight in his eye just there as well. His eyebrow, similar, it kind of connects with his nose on this side, so it kind of goes up like so and around, and then goes up under here. Same sort of thing, back down, gets a bit thicker at the end, down into there. And he has some fringe that comes down across his forehead, so don't worry too much about this because it covers it a little bit. So his nose then will continue out from this eyebrow and then go straight down. A fairly long line, right? And down near the bottom of his nose, it kind of sticks out a little bit and then goes back in. And then we have a nostril. Say here. And then there's a shadow line like so, up to there, and then his mouth starts about here and then goes across, and he's kind of smiling, so it kind of curves up at the side underneath, and then you're kind of stopping underneath his iris here. Okay, you don't want to go when you're doing a mouth. You want to make sure you're kind of don't go much further than his iris, okay? Because it looks too big. Then his bottom lip just here, and his chin just here. So a real long face on Spike Spiegel. And proportions, eyes to the nose is the same as nose to the chin. Standard human proportions, and then nose to the bottom lip is the same as bottom lip to the chin. Okay, so here to here is the same as here to here, and then here to here, same as here to here. So once you get those proportions, then we can go up the other side, right, to his jaw. About mouth level is where you stop, because that's where you change direction. You up the other side, like so. And then we'll change that direction and we'll go up the side of his face. Up like this way. There. And then up there. So he's got sideburns, right? So like, and they go around his ear on this side. So like this kind of thing. Sideburn there. Here. Spike coming up. This goes up like so. And then this curves over. Hair spike. This is his fringe now that comes down across his eyebrow, right? Like so. We go across. Like so. Bit of a gap in the middle. So like, picks up like there. Comes down, back to there. And then this one will curve up like so. Down, back up, out. And then we go down like the other side in a similar sort of way to the other side. Like that, and then there's a sideburn just here. And so his ear comes down from here, right? And we can see more of the ear on this side than we can on this side, because his head is probably turned a little bit. Or he has more hair on one side than the other. Like so. I think we can see some sort of frown lines or something just maybe there. Not sure if they're frown lines or hair lines, but I'll put them in. Okay, so the rest of his hair comes around from the back of his neck. Hair spikes like so. Small, curving hair spikes. Like this, and we're going out real wide. He's got like real wide hair, okay? There's no hair. It goes up to the top of my page, so I cut the top off. You can't see it in the picture, so it's kind of a close-up. Close-ups are cool sometimes anyway. So more of these hair spikes going all the way up. Big one there. And then one sticking up here. Another one there. And I go up to the top of the page. Pretty much the same thing on the other side, except, oh yeah, pretty much the same thing. So, it comes out from his ear. That's a slight difference. Comes out like so. To there. So I think this goes in behind the gun, but we'll put it in anyway. Just right there. Going up like so. Like that. Go up snapping off the top of my page. Of course, if you have more room, feel free to finish that off. Kind of just spikes a little bit more and then comes to a part in the middle of his head and then comes down the other side. Okay, so I guess we'll just try and do this gun. Get it out of the way. So, let's see. So we'll do the barrel of it. We'll do like where the bullet comes out. Where the bullet comes out. Circle. Just there, okay? It's like right across from his nose, just under his hair. And inside there we've got an extra circle. There's a view, a coin or something, or a compass that you could trace around. If you were worried about your circle drawing skills, feel free to use it. No shame in it. And then we can see a shadow just inside here. So like this is all dark. Okay. So then the barrel of the gun, right? So it's got like a straight line going across here. And then the side of it goes down to there, back in, down to there, kind of same sort of thing, back in, right? We'll get our general shape, right? So then we go diagonal, back like that, and then we'll go, where do we go? We'll go down like so. This is the back of the gun now. So like it's not long, right? Because it's pointed towards the camera. So like, you know, it would be long if it was we were looking at it from the side, but because it's turned this way, it gets kind of stumpy. Okay, so it's called foreshortening. That's what happens when things turn towards the viewpoint. They get sort of stumpy. They get shorter. And it kind of steps out here. Okay, like that. The other side comes down around the bottom, curves around like this, and then comes back up like so. And then this comes down towards the trigger finger, right? Just there. And then we go across like so. And where the trigger finger goes in is here. It's like a little rectangle. So it comes down like so. Then goes back up to there. Across like so. Then another one up. Curves across. Down. Down like so. So tricky sort of shape. Take your time. You know, hit pause and stuff like that. So at the front of the trigger, there's these lines that come across like that. So let's see, I guess, so we have his thumb on the side, right? And his trigger finger going through here. So we'll add the rest of the details to the gun, but we'll just get the thumb and the trigger finger so we can finish the sort of shape and get the outside. So the thumb is resting against the side of the gun, right? So it curves out here, and then we go down, like so, to there. He's another finger in front. So just like this, right? And then a bit of a thumbnail just here, up and around like that, okay? So his trigger finger then comes in through here. So sticks out the other side. Like that, okay? Goes out the other side here, So, and these are kind of like skin folds, you know, where the finger wraps around the gun. The bottom of the finger sticks out there. And then we change direction, go up towards his knuckle, go around that knuckle and go up towards the other one, and then back in towards the gun and bump in around the gun. Okay, so that's the main shape for the gun, the main area where the gun is and all its main parts, right? So now some details. So curved line just coming up and around here, diagonal line that way. We have another circle, some sort of pointer or something in here with the curved line around just to make it look a little bit 3D. Like so. We have a line that goes diagonal back this way. There's some detail on the side here and some boxes and stuff on the back. So like, I don't know what these are. It's probably to do with the trigger mechanisms at the back. Box on the top there. And then the sight. I know this is the sight. Just there. Right, so then there's some stuff down here like the handle apparatus. So like curved line coming down that way. Curved line coming down here. So guns are always tricky. I always remember drawing Mista from JoJo. That gun was hard. This gun is slightly easier because they're more sort of straight lines, I guess. Up this way. That way. And maybe like another one just there. Okay, so I think that's the best I can do for the gun. So do the rest of his hand and then his body and those headphones and his neck and stuff. So the rest of those knuckles at the back. Curve out, back in. Go out, back in. Always reminds me of like steps, like or mountains or something on the side. Turned sideways. This comes out, back down. So of course these correspond to a finger on each side, right? So there's this finger, middle finger. It goes up that way. And then it kind of goes underneath the trigger part, just in there. Next finger, just here. Not a lot of detail on, in terms of animation wise, on his fingers, so makes it easier for us, I guess. So you could add fingernails and stuff to that, knuckle lines, like if you wanted, but they're not in the anime, so no need, I guess. And then the butt of the gun, the bottom of the gun, comes down like that. And there's an extra line down here and an edge line just there. Right, so you'll notice like the gun is like the button from the handle of the gun to the top is like bigger than his head. Like it's like massive. That's because this is closer to us than his head. Okay? Because his arm is stretched out. So like if you're wondering, like, so like the top of the gun to like his middle finger is like the same length as his whole face. Okay? So you want to make sure it's real big. Just to give it that sort of look that it's coming towards us. Foreshortening and perspective. Google them. And you'll get like lots of videos on it and stuff like that. So. Okay, so he's got headphones wrapped around his neck. Right, so we do them on this side. So you can see some of his neck coming down from his hair, right? Just there. You can see some of his neck on this side as well. But we sort of stop about there because the headphones wrap around his neck and are covering it. So on this side, we do just sort of a bump line like this. And they go down behind his shirt here. I guess we'll do the shirt. Comes out, spikes out to there, comes in, goes up, back to there, and then we have another piece of headphones that goes underneath his chin here. And this curves around, goes in underneath his suit jacket. Fold of a suit jacket, but yeah, that's underneath the suit jacket, and we can see some of the shirt just here. So that line comes up and goes underneath his thumb. And then the other side of his suit comes down like so. And we'll finish the suit and then we'll go back and do the details here just to get the main shapes in. So the other side, so curve line here, and then shirt sticks out, back in, down, another spike for shirt sticking off, like that. So this is like headphones, shirt, he's got a tie on, so it comes down like so, top of the tie, tied here, and it goes down like so. Then the other side of his suit jacket comes down this way, like so, and you could have some fold lines, and the other side of his tie, some fold lines for his shirt. So lots of different ways to do fold lines, obviously they don't have to be exactly like mine. There's a purple colour on his suit, and then his shoulder comes down like so, down and off my page there. Then the other side of his headphones, so just there, and we kind of have a bump line coming around, goes into here, up like so, bumps around to there. That goes around the back of his neck and then comes out the other side. So right up near the top. So like just up here. It's going around his neck, comes in that way. Right, so the real old school type headphones. So this is like a black foam sort of area, right? So this comes down here. With a box like that, okay? And then this curves around to there. Like so. So this is like complicated, so hit pause a lot. You definitely pencil, eraser. And then we have another like square block of headphone just here. And then another sort of V-like thing like this. Not sure what it is really. And then we've like the movable clip part. So that's gonna like come out from under his chin. And we have a bump line there. And then this comes around and goes down like so. And then more black foam. You know, the cushion that sort of sits against your ears. That's what this is. And then the rest that goes behind his neck. Like that. Up around there, and you might be able to see some of his shirt just going in that way. And maybe a neck muscle just there. I'm gonna add a neck muscle here. There isn't one in the picture, but I'm gonna add one. Wish me luck. It's not bad. Not bad. I think if there's a neck muscle on one side, it should be on the other, really, but there isn't on the picture. But hey, we can make things up sometimes. Okay, so to finish off his arm, we got to do like a big bump for his shoulder because we're foreshortened, right? So comes out here, down like this, and then we kind of have a bump out for his elbow, down like so, down around like that. Okay. So then his arm, right? So it's a curved line, comes down like so. And then we have elbow. Then curves back up. And his forearm will curve around underneath. So that's his arm. That's what it looks like when it's foreshortened, okay? And then his sleeve comes out around that. Down off my page there. And oh, the side of his thumb, we forgot that, just here. And then the rest of his purple sort of sleeve comes down. A few more room, that'll like just wrap around, join just like his elbow here. And there could be some fold lines coming down like so. Fold line coming down that way, maybe out from here. Another fold line for his suit coming out around like so, and in there. Boop. Okay, I think that's everything. How to draw Spike Spiegel from Cowboy Bebop. Hope it was helpful. Declan, not too difficult, I hope. It's a pretty tricky one, especially with the gun and the headphones, but hope it was helpful anyway. Thanks for the question. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one.